evening. Is that just is what it is? Is that just one of those things in football?
I didn't watch it. But everyone asked me about that question. So you saw it reply, you can tell me better. I didn't watch it. But after Newcastle and Arsenal, so honestly, I don't know.
But do you take those on the chin? Because normally with decisions like that, you see players unhappy with a decision, but you all seem to just accept that as, yeah, that is what it is.
Yeah, because it's not like clear and obvious in my opinion. Some people will say yes, some people will say no. So it's a difficult one. But I think overall the game didn't get decided because of that moment.
With little tweaks in the second half, we controlled them better. Not fully. I don't think that's actually possible, but better. And we scored a goal, and then it's 1-1, and that's absolutely fine for today. So can we play better? Definitely. And we will.
I don't have anything to complain and regret about how proud I am of the team, that what they have done. The way we play against that team cannot be better. Cannot be better. We missed the second goal, otherwise we'll have been over. But football is like that. So they are happy. We are a little bit less happy. So
we want to be as good as possible, and there's a lot of things that we could improve from today, and we're going to work on this. It will be a very long season, but come away with a point is much better than what we had last year against them.
What's your analysis? Was that a fair result?
It's what it is. So result is result. The performance was excellent, masterpiece. So it was really good.
Did we see the two best teams in England on the pitch today?
Will be incorrect against Arsenal, against Tottenham, against all the teams that are there. But in the last 8 years, have been the best two teams for sure.
What we saw over that 90 minutes, it was very tight. There wasn't much between the sides. In fact, maybe the argument could be that the key moment was the disallowed goal. What did you think of that?
I didn't watch it. I will watch it tonight, but I didn't watch it.
Manuel Akanji said he didn't think there was much contact when he spoke earlier.
I say the same. I didn't watch it. I cannot answer you, but we will see. Nothing changed. So the problem is the performance was excellent.
It seemed like a game played in good spirits. Then, so what happened at full time with Darwin Núñez? What was that about?
Nothing happened.
At all?
At all.
What about Erling Haaland? Another record for him today.
Fantastic goal. Have another chance in the last moments, and unfortunately we could not find a little bit more. But yeah, it was really, really good. Erling, especially defensively, how he fought the run and make an incredible effort. So we talk about the backwards, we talk about the uncomfortable things, what you have to do, and how we defend all set pieces, that they are really good, and how we make a build up with Ederson, how we make a build up with Ruben, how well move Rodri and Manu in that interior positions, like it's not space, and how quick and decision, how we contact after with the guys there. So yeah, it was really, really good.
It looked like you were trying to get the ball out to Jeremy Doku on the left a lot. He is such a dangerous option out there.
Yeah, it was much sharper than the right side. So Phil and Julian was not maybe brilliant like Jeremy, and Jeremy is an incredible threat. He's so aggressive. And yeah, we did it.
A tough match against good side. How would you analyze today's match? And can we say it's more than 1 point?
No, it's not more than a point. But it's a point. That's good enough for me, to be honest. For today, I have in my mind, imagine we could have played a really good game, like for 90 minutes. That could have been really difficult. So because I know what we can do already, but we didn't do it today because partially because the opponent, obviously because the quality they have. There's a reason why they win all their games at home. And but also we have a big expectation ourselves, so we could have done better in moments. But it's all about half time. Imagine we would play good, so we can improve in this game. We have to change our body language, because I saw a team. Our good moments we didn't feel that much, but we had plenty. But their good moments we felt a lot. It was like, oh my God, we're not compact, we are not closing out, all these kind of things. So that's something you have to change, and we did. Second half we were more compact, we were a bit smarter in different things. And I wouldn't say we controlled the game. I'm not sure that it's possible. But we were better in the game, and then had still our moments and score a wonderful goal and take a point. And besides having two players injured, which is what is really, 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 really bad, it's all right for now.
Yeah, of course, you have been asked these questions from many reporters. What happened exactly between Núñez and Pep Guardiola, and you involved just in it.
There's really not a lot to say about these situations that have nothing bad, just emotions. That's life. That's human. When you deal with human beings, emotions have a massive influence on us, and nothing. They have nothing what is not sorted now already.
Thank you very much, Robert. Thank you.
A great game. It feels like a big point for Liverpool. Bit of an up and down for the keeper, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, Alisson. He had some really good moments, but he had some moments that I want to forget. As you said, it wasn't a great game, so you got to give credit to Liverpool for coming back the way they did and sticking on in there. But slightly fortunate at times because of that. Weren't that many options on anyway. Curtis Jones puts him under pressure here. He reacts well. Again, fortunate to get away with it. But, I mean, he's really unlucky here. You've seen him do this many times, try to find that early ball up to Salah. He slips. Ake, who I thought had a really good game. Poor defending to get through there. But then he slips it into Haaland.
Wow.
And I think because of his really high standards, Alisson, he'd be disappointed that he hasn't actually kept that one out also. Another goal from Haaland. But righty?
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying with Liverpool. I didn't know what they were doing today. Were they pressing or not? You see, it took like 6-7 players out with one pass. And this is the problem I thought that Liverpool had today, is how easily they were able to break through their lines. Phil Foden, good shot, a good save from Alisson there. But I found that Liverpool very strange that they made it so easy for them, even though it was a good pass from Ederson.
This was another good save as well, I thought.
It's a great save.
Yeah, really good save. And then about 20, 25 seconds later, they work it really well. And as I said, you've got to give Liverpool credit for digging in there, staying in the game. And then Trent, you find himself in that attacking role. So from that save to go straight to the other end of the pitch and actually get the equaliser. I mean, the touch and the finish from Trent was magnificent. Yeah. He takes it really early, touch there, then straight away, keep the can't set himself. But it's that save that kept them in the game, and then they go up and score. Yeah. So it was a bit of an up and down day for him,
Yeah, it certainly was. 50 Premier League goals now for Haaland in just 48 games. We've had a look at the history books. We've had to go back quite a while to see people's ratios.
Right.
And there it is, the fastest to top 50 goals. And it's the first time in history that Haaland's right down the bottom. But he eventually got going and started scoring.
How far did it have to go back to get there? Black and white, was it 50s?
Doesn't matter.
It's there.
Doesn't matter.
It's there. We found it.
Records then, did they?
Yeah, well, clearly they did. Football did indeed exist before 1993. Haaland scored, Nunez didn't, but you kept a close eye on him.
I like
today.
Nunez, because I do like Nunez. I know he's a little bit hit and miss, but there's only some little things that I think he needs to tweak. And I think that it's the running, making sure that some of the running off the ball and movement. This is something I like to see. Bam, he's trying to get himself right in the middle of the goal. He gets himself in there. It's unfortunate with the header. It's a good save from the goalkeeper. This is what he needs to work on. This is a half chance what you're going to get against a City. Look, he's taking that with the right foot. I think he lets that run through. He takes it through the left foot. He can get a shot in. He might even still be able to get a shot in there, but he doesn't quite get it. I think that these decisions, like here, he's run offside. He can see the defender in front of him. Those are things you've got to get yourself on side quicker so as you can get in there, because you're playing against City. It's going to be tough to get chances anyway. So you cannot be starting in offside positions like that. Again, he's always on the shoulder. He's looking good. I think they should be looking for him more, because by the time this does come to him, the angle's quite tight. He can't quite get it on target. But it's only these little things that he needs to do, because I really like Darwin Núñez.
I think he's one of these players where you'll say 1 week, oh my God, how on earth did he do that? That was brilliant. Like the 2 goals against Newcastle. Yeah. And then the following week, you find yourself saying, how on earth did he miss that? I was an absolute sitter.
You never know quite what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Diaz disallowed goal. What do we think?
How many hands did he have on him? Did he have one hand on him or 2?
He got away with the one there,
Yeah, look, one more hand than Gabriel. To be honest, you can't touch keepers like that. So
you're not over that yet?
I'll never get over that.
Right, okay.
I'll never be over that.
I thought that was a bit harsh.
No. But like this one, I thought, do you think that's harsh?
Yeah, a little bit harsh.
I don't think that. I think that you can't touch a keeper like that.
So he can't go anywhere near
He's got his hand on the keeper's arm. He's never going to get away with that.
Okay.
Forest in front. Anthony Elanga's scored for them early against Brighton, making light of the absence of Taiwo Awoniyi so far. Forest won up against Brighton. You can follow it all on Soccer Saturday over on Sky Sports News right now. Do you think, Daniel, that this is evidence that Liverpool are making progress? They're on the right path here. They're getting closer, if you like.
Yeah, they're on the right path. I think the squad that they have are still gelling. You know, in that midfield area, they've got new bodies. I think there's a lot of senior players within the squad who know how to win and have been in and amongst challenging for titles and winning trophies for the club. So people are adopting new mentalities as well. And they're on the right track. They're going to continue to try and perform at this level that they have been. Today wasn't particularly a great performance, but they managed to get a result. And that's the main thing for them.
Is there evidence they can challenge this season, Jamie?
I think they can challenge if the City that we've seen in the first 13 games is the City that we're going to see for the rest of the season. That's my only fear. I don't think that will be the case. I think City are almost just kicking themselves into gear as they normally do. They're never normally top at this stage of the season. They normally come into their own second half of the season. I think we don't have to expect that. That's the norm. So that would be my worry for Liverpool and Arsenal, I suspect would be the biggest challenges. But as I said, if Manchester City don't sort of get out of how they're performing right now, of course Liverpool can challenge.
We promised to develop our conversation on Trent Alexander-Arnold. We heard Jurgen Klopp referencing his position again in that interview. Where are we now, Jamie, with Trent Alexander-Arnold?
Well, listen, Trent Alexander-Arnold, for Jurgen Klopp, will always be a right back who then comes into midfield or all goes on the outside right, as he mentioned. He can still get crosses in and great passes from there. And I think when you go back to Trent's actual interview, he mentioned that he felt like there was a lot of bodies in the centre of the midfield today, so he pushed out wide. Maybe an old-fashioned role for him, if you like, what he's done initially under Jurgen Klopp. But there's no doubt when you look at his skill set, it's the skill set of a midfield player. And he does struggle 1v1 defending. I mean, he had real problems away at Luton against, Benny. Today against Doku, a few problems. He wasn't great for the goal. He was really poor. You have to say that. But some of his passes, as Gary mentioned on commentary, you've never seen a right-back play passes like that before. And I've said this before, I don't think Jurgen Klopp will ever play him in midfield. But for Gareth Southgate, he's a midfield player. But he's not Gareth Southgate's player. He's Liverpool's player.
So why wouldn't Jurgen Klopp play him in there?
Well, number one, he's brought 3 midfield players in the summer. He's got abundance of bodies and quality in that position. I think the closest you could probably get with Jurgen Klopp is Liverpool have never really had backup for Trent in terms of any right back. I mean, it's Joe Gomez, who's really a centre back. And it's difficult to get backup because he's such a good player. He's always going to play. So how much quality can you have behind him for someone to sit on the substitutes bench? But for me going forward, I would love Liverpool to acquire a right back who's almost a top quality, not a young kid coming through, and say at some games, maybe a difficult away game here, even though he's been given man of the match, you say, you know what? We're going to just push you forward today. We're going to have someone who deals with the winger, 1v1. And I think that could be a progression for sort of Liverpool under sort of Trent or Jurgen Klopp if he gets more games in midfield, because the goal he scores today, Liverpool have never really had a player who can score from that range. Maybe Szoboszlai now coming in as well. But probably since Steven Gerrard, a midfield player who once he gets 20, 25 yards from goal, you think, got a chance of scoring here.
I just, the only thing that worries me with Trent, I think he's world class. I think he's one of the best right backs the Premier League's ever seen. Can he become a world class midfielder? In your opinion, has he got enough tools? We know he's got the passing. We know he's got the finishing. Mentality is very good, but there's a lot more required from a midfielder in terms of tracking runners. That sort of thing.
Listen, who knows? But actually, sometimes when I look at Trent's body language when he defends, and we were talking about this here when he's going out to Doku, and even for the goal, it's almost like you want him to be a bit more. Come on, this is a matter of life or death. You've got to make this challenge. You've got to get out there quick, and he hasn't got that. I don't think he's ever going to get that. Now, I don't know if that's just him, which it probably is now at 25, or that's a case of sometimes you think, I don't really want to be doing this. I want to be on the ball. I want to be in midfield. I want to be playing passes. I don't want people running at me. Continually where he gets exposed.
How would you, he's been on the training ground with him, you played in teams with him. How would you assess his quality?
I think as a young player, when he came into the first team environment, he wasn't actually a right back. I think he played right midfield at that time. So I think he's done extremely well to become one of the best right backs in the world. Now, can he progress into playing central midfield? I think he's got the capabilities, he's got the tools. It's just really about, the coaching and making him understand the position.
Can I just ask the two of you? You both said he's one of the best right backs in the world. Why is he one of the best right backs?
Well, if you're talking defensively, I would say, are there better 1v1 defenders? Yes. But are there many better attacking defenders from the passing, range of passing, assists that is provided over the number of years? And I think that's what Jurgen is looking at in saying, you know what, we've got a right back who actually provides us assists from this position that it's very hard to find that.
You're getting that much going forward that you basically, I mean, that's been a conundrum since he's played at right back. You're getting that much from him going forward that you actually have to put up with, or you accept that, you know what, some days he is going to be taking the cleaners by a winger, or he's going to make mistakes defensively. You accept that because he's so good going forward.
Yeah, but you've played right back as well, Cara, but don't you
Not
think...
like him.
but don't you think the space opens up in the right back position? Sometimes in a centre mid, it's a bit congested. So that's my only question mark with Trent. We know he's got the ability, but it's just whether he can do it where it's another team's dictating the play. Is he going to have the ability to mix it with the likes of...
I think his interview was really good because it's easy for us sat up here, we can see every player, and they don't know what Man City are going to do before the game in terms of deal with him. He felt that Bernardo Silva had a role in terms of stopping him. So he felt, well, the game was on the outside. So today, I actually felt Trent played like he did 4 years ago, where he was an attacking right back. He'd push on and he'd play passes from that wide position. But I think the intelligence of him as well and understanding how this game's going. I'm going in here and I'm not getting much space. Okay, the space is on the outside. And I've said that for a long time. This idea of Trent continually going centre midfield, that's fine. But if there's no space there and the space is on the outside, stay on the outside. Basically, you want Trent on the ball with time and space to get his head up, and there is very few passes of the ball better in world football.
It remains a really nice problem, nice headache, doesn't it, for Liverpool and for Jurgen Klopp, and indeed for Gareth Southgate as well. Let's hear from the City corner, Pep Guardiola with Patrick. There we go.
What did he say there?
I wasn't entirely sure what he said. Tavernier scored for Bournemouth, put them one up against Sheffield United, and Alexander Isak has scored for Newcastle to put them a goal up against Chelsea, coming back from injury. Nothing happened, I'm being told, is what Pep Guardiola said to clarify that little moment at the end. Anything to worry about here, Micah?
No, I don't think. Like Jamie pointed out before, they start slow, City, don't they? And we haven't even talked about Kevin De Bruyne. Once he comes back, they're a different side. I was disappointed that they couldn't go another gear, like I said before, but I think there's nothing to be worried about. I would like to see Grealish. Obviously, he was ill today. Doku started really well, but I thought Trent did really well against him. So, disappointing as a whole for City, but nothing to worry about.
What was your impression of City, Daniel?
I thought they were good. I don't think they performed as well as they would have liked to. I know the manager said that he was delighted with the performance, but I think that they, could have done better. I think they created good chances. They maybe didn't take the half chances that they had, but Erling Haaland's lethal. Like Micah mentioned, they've got Kevin De Bruyne. They're one of the best players in the Premier League that we've seen in many years. That's not playing at the moment. So I think they've still got more things to grow upon.
The team to beat, but there are a cluster of teams that are there ready to pounce. Should there be any kind of problems?
Arsenal are half five. Could they go top? I think if they win. Tottenham have got Villa tomorrow. If one of those win, they just really push themselves alongside Liverpool and Manchester City. And you know what?
Could we have a wide open title race?
I would love it. I've been asking for this for about 40 years. It's never happened. It's always, it's always been. It's always been two teams go for the title. And very rarely do you get more than that. And it'd be brilliant. But I love seeing a league table where there's a point between each team, and it keeps it really competitive.
And of course, while everyone else is going to be playing Premier League all the way through, Manchester City are going to have a little pause. They're going off to the Club World Cup.
Yeah, I mean, it won't affect them. They've got a good enough squad, good enough players. I'm not worried by this performance. They're up against Liverpool. No disrespect.
It's not to be ruffled, is it, Micah, today?
It was up against, no disrespect, a Burnley, and it was a draw. I'd be worried.
That is disrespect.
No, I'm just saying they're not in the best of forms at this moment. And if it would come to Etihad and get a draw, I would be disappointed. But this is a good Liverpool side. So
Spurs next week?
Spurs, yes.
So you'd expect them to do what again?
Well, Spurs without Maddison. We don't know Maddison. I think City will be comfortable.
Okay. Maybe we'll revisit this.
Important one for them today. What is the most in the Premier League? And the reason why is Trent Alexander-Arnold's equaliser. Could you see this coming at this stage?
Not particularly, no. I don't think Liverpool made a host of chances in the second half. And actually, it was Cody Gakpo that made the goal for me. This real unselfish run just clears that space. Listen, Trent's first touch and finish is fantastic, don't get me wrong. But City have been defending really, really well. And as it falls to Mo Salah, Gakpo just runs forward and Bernardo Silva has to go with him. And then it just sets up really nicely for Trent Alexander-Arnold to smash it in. I mean, he's got a wonderful strike, and so it's fallen for the right person. And once he hits it, the goalkeeper's got no chance, but he sits up really lovely for him.
And that was his 13th Premier League goal, much to the delight of his manager. It certainly wasn't unlucky for him. Trent Alexander-Arnold then with the Liverpool equaliser. He is pitch side with our very own Michael Owen at the Etihad.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. I've got the main man here, Trent. Just in general, the game today, a point, I'd say a decent result.
100%. Always difficult when you come here, and we've seen that in the past. We've played a lot better here and lost games, so we're not particularly proud of the performance, but we're proud of the results. Difficult place to come, top of the league, current treble winners last season. It shows how good they are. Difficult team to beat, and we got the result that I think we probably deserve. We had our chances today, and that we deserved the points, I think.
Coming into the game, your side of the pitch was a hot topic. I mean, one of the hottest wingers around in Doku today. What were your thoughts going into the game, defensively and from an offensive point of view?
Same as usual, to be honest. Obviously, you kind of know and you study who you're going to play against, and you adapt your game to. I know he's a very, very sharp player. I know he doesn't particularly run in behind too much. He likes it to feet and then get at you. So I knew I could get a little bit tighter, but with the way they set up with Bernardo just in front of me, it was difficult because I had the decision to make. Do I go early to Doku or do I jump out to Bernardo? And it was first half especially, it was very difficult. Caught in between a lot of times, and they could get the ball out to him and he could drive at me a lot. But I think second half we went a bit more bold, a bit more front-footed. I was jumping out and Joel was going out to Doku, going 3-for-3 at the back and pushing me a little bit more into midfield to get onto Bernardo to stop that decision making that was killing us in the first half. But I went into the game thinking I need to perform, I need to help the team win, and I tried my best to do that today.
And it was from that more central position that you got your goal. We'll have a look at it here. Just to talk us through it. When did you think you were going to get the ball? What did you think as soon as you got it? Explain it.
Yeah, in the position there when Mo gets it, we work on our triangles. There should be three players. There should be me, Mo, and the number 8. And you see Cody's made an amazing run to take away, the centre back and the full back, and then I've been able to just back up the play. When Mo gets the ball, I'd try and get in that space to, potentially whip one into the back post and get one across goal, or if I can get a shot off, and I was able to do that today.
And the touch of it was almost like one movement. It had to be a short, sharp touch and strike straight away.
I knew there was bodies. I knew I was getting chased from behind. I knew there was going to be, centre halves in the way, the ball and the goal. So it was a snapshot. It was get the touch and get the shot off, and a little bit under my feet. Touch wasn't perfect, a little bit bobbly, but able to just get it across. I thought just get it hard and low, across goal. Potentially, if he gets an answer, there should be, our left winger, our striker backing up and trying to get the tap in. But just making it difficult and hit the target.
Yeah, and just a general remit on the game and the circumstances. Really, still early in the season, but of course, Manchester City are the main contenders. What does that do for the team, the club, confidence as well? Coming here is blooming hard to get anything.
Yeah, I think it doesn't really matter what time of the season it is. If you can get a result at the Etihad, it's a huge result. And I think, we'll look back at this game and hopefully, come the end of the season, come later on in the season, we look back and think, wow, that was a very, very big point. It's helped us massively. So stay in touching distance to them, a point behind them, and it's a very good result. I think a third of the way through the season now, roughly. In a very good position. You need to go and build on this now.
And last one, you've only lost 1 in 24 now. There's been a change. The midfield is totally ripped out. striking department has changed over time as well. How good is it to still be winning when you're in an evolving stage?
It's the most important thing. I think it's good. It comes from the structure of the club. So, when players come in, players come out, the structure should be, a winning mentality. And, you get players in that are used to winning and who can win and know how to win. And you see that obviously when Maka win the World Cup, he knows how to win games. Dom knows how to win. Ryan knows how to win. And we've got that culture of winning. And I think no matter who comes in, who goes out, as long as that winning culture is in place, then, you can't really go too wrong.
Brilliant. Well, good stuff. Well played today.
Thank you very much.
Back to you in the studio, Steve.
Michael, thank you very much indeed. Fascinating from Trent Alexander-Arnold. So his equaliser came after a disallowed goal for Ruben Diaz. Any issue here from a centre-half point of view?
No, I think that was a mistake, definitely.
So you're happy with no goal, Cola?
Yeah, I'm happy with no goal, absolutely. It's not a goal, definitely. Because he pushed the goalkeeper arm, and then, the referee have to give that straight away, definitely.
Yeah, once the referee gives it, there's no clear and obvious error. Akanji does have his right arm on the left arm of Alisson, albeit it wasn't a forceful challenge, and he probably didn't need to do it, actually, when you look at it. But the right decision was made.
What about the other way around? If that had been...
I think it would have been reversed.
Do you?
Yes, because when you look at the video evidence, you can clearly see that he's got his arm on the goalkeeper's shoulder, and sometimes that's just enough to distract the goalkeeper from catching the ball. No goal for me.
He probably didn't need to do it. If he just goes with his shoulder, he'll give him listen, Alisson had a really strange game today, didn't he? Very strange coming back off an international duty. Sometimes we focus on, midfielders or forwards after international duty, but actually it was the goalkeeper. He was all over the place today. So if he would have challenged him with his shoulder, you never know with Akanji. He could have just caught the goalkeeper in a bad mood. But it was the right decision all round.
Yeah. Maka's right, and you pointed it in the first half with Alisson, and then right at the end, he injured his hamstring, and Haaland had that opportunity with virtually the last kick of the game.
Well, you'd almost think he'd had a hamstring problem in the first half as well. Obviously, unfortunate getting injured. Liverpool made all the...
He should have closed down quicker, but that's why he's so good. You can't close him down all the time. He gets chances because his movement is excellent.
And from a striker's point of view in that situation, how important is that first touch to create that?
Crucial. I think it sets the goal up. Even he had time to have another little touch before he took the shot. He finds the far corner brilliantly. First touch was good. Second touch just to set it up. Finish was brilliant.
50 in 48 games. His first Premier League goal against Liverpool, 17 faster than the record holder, Andy Cole. Are we running out of superlatives and adjectives here?
No words. What can you say? Just incredible. Yeah. Incredible athlete. And to think, how old is he?
23.
I hope he doesn't get any quicker or any stronger just for the rest of the Premier League, because it's a scary thought.
That list of names that he's just usurped everybody's jumped to the top of 17 games quicker. They are, superstars in themselves, and Coley and Shearer, and, the names that just roll off your tongue, and suddenly he has obliterated it. He's in the best team, getting chances galore, but still, his movement and his body position at times and the awkward goals he scored, he's something special, isn't he? He's very special.
There were some out there who said, well, in the second season, defenders will try and work him out. That's 18 goals he's scored already this season.
He's incredible. He's a proper goal scorer. He's a guy who think about goal. He dream about goals. He doesn't care about just moving around to touch the ball. For him, he knows that every time the ball is in the box, he needs to be there, attack the ball. And that's what he's doing now. And I think for City to have a player like that, it make them complete him, because they always have the pass. They have always the link between the players. But I felt like they needed somebody who could score goals. And any goals is not like he scored tapping. He scored a lot of goals with his head. He can score with both feet. He's a complete player and great player for.
What's impressive from a striker's point of view is he makes his first run, doesn't get the ball, doesn't stand still, throw his arms up in the air for not receiving the ball. He's looking at the next run that he can make, and the third one after that. And you hardly ever see him getting caught offside.
Yeah. Let's nip back to the Etihad and hear from one of his teammates. who had an excellent game today, actually. Nathan Ake is with Michael.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. I'm with Nathan Ake. Probably one of the toughest jobs in the team today, marking Mo Salah. We all know you're a great 1v1 defender. How was that out there today?
Yeah, it's tough. It's always tough. We've had some great battles over the years, and it's always a good challenge. And today was no different.
And what different challenges does Mo Salah present to you as a defender?